Well, hello everybody, and here we go. I'll bring myself to full screen. It is 4 people up straight away. We have today's pundit picks. We are up and away, and literally we have come into the international break. So super exciting in terms of no games, but thought we'd take this opportunity to let everybody know where we're at in terms of the tipping competition, as well as having a quick look at how we are going so far this season and my just initial thoughts on it. So I will get straight into it. And hello, Andrew. I see you're the only one there in the chat at the moment, and thanks for jumping in and 4 people in here watching. But I will bring up our footy tipping competition, which is obviously Paddy, Aaron, John, Harry all over, Victor in inverted commas, all of South America, and myself. So we are now 9 rounds in. And the last round was interesting. I got 4 games right, as you can see there, with a correct score. Paddy forgot to get his tips in and still got 3 right. So that's not too bad, which was the same as Aaron. So it just shows Paddy doesn't even have to show up to be as good as Aaron, which is funny in itself. And he doesn't even have to show up to beat John, because John only got 2 right. So, maybe John can learn a thing or two off Paddy. Now, all of South America had a crack around and got 4 games and 3 scores right, as well as Harry all over got 6 games right with 1 correct score. And what that actually means now is after we started the competition, which was after round 5 or something like that. I'd have to go back and check. But currently means I'm on 31 points, all of South America on 30, which I'm sure Victor takes a little bit of offense to saying all of South America because he's doing it all on his own. Paddy on 26, Harry all over on 23. And then down at the bottom of the table in the relegation zone is Aaron on 21 and John on 20. So that is where they are at the moment. Now, that is the footy tips. Now, I'm going to go in. I thought we might have, and feel free to ask any questions you have of me today, but I thought we might go in and just have a quick debrief of Wrexham and their 9 games into the season. Now, I'm interested in this because what I actually sort of found here was that, me personally, I would hope we would have been a little bit better, but not so bad. So if I go back to the table on this page, this is in FOTMob, guys, just so you know. And what we have here is Coventry on top have taken over from Middlesbrough at the top of the league now, with 5 wins, 4 draws, and no losses. So Coventry haven't lost a match yet. So that's a great start to the season for them, with Middlesbrough only having the 1 loss and being 1 point behind them. Now, we're all the way down in 18th spot on 10 points, which puts us, for the optimists, 5 points out of the playoffs, and for the pessimists, 4 points out of the relegation zone. So is it glass half full, glass half empty? All depends on how you look at it. So, it's very interesting times. But then I thought we'd go back and just have a quick look at how Wrexham have started the season. Now, it brings up, obviously, the rounds of games. If I could go back another page and look at last year, but it gets into, obviously, it doesn't show the games we played over in Holland, ironically enough, but not that really matters because I'm only interested in the championship here at the moment. We obviously lost our first game of the season, as you can see, 2-1 away to Southampton, which was a bit of a kick in the teeth because we were sort of leading 1-0 and seemed to be all over that match, and tough start to the season. We then we played West Brom at home and lost 3-2. That was really disappointing. I was hoping for at least a draw out of that match. But that's the way it goes. Then we drew with Sheffield Wednesday, another game I thought we were supposed to win. So, but again, that's just my thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm disappointed, just is what it is. And it literally sort of showed how tough the championship is. So very tough indeed. Now, then we cracked on through and we played Millwall away and got our first win of the season to win, to go up 2-0 at the Den, which was great to get our first win of the season, especially away. But unfortunately, then we came home and lost 3-1 to QPR. So, I mean, as we say, all these teams are tough in this league. So, but then we go away and we win to Norwich 3-2. So we seem to have the away form and not the home form, which was really quite interesting. Then we actually started a bit of a run of draws. We obviously then we were home to Derby, 1-1 draw, away to Leicester, great 1-1 draw in my opinion. So really happy about that one. And then at home to Birmingham with a 1-1 draw that I was slightly disappointed in. Now, if you look at that and you go and take that with a grain of salt and you think about it, last year, Birmingham would have just towed us up. They were definitely a better team than us last year. We've recruited well. We had them at probably a weak point, which was, lucky for us. And then that just meant that, we had the opportunity to win that match. Now, interestingly enough, we only got the draw. And so we've been on a bit of a draw run lately. So when we go back then to looking at the table, obviously 9 games in, there we are, 2 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses in our 9 games. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. After 6 rounds of the championship, I had a look at it and I sort of thought, I looked at our team, the squad, we were sort of on the upslope, on the upward trend. And I sort of thought to myself, how are we going to go here? Like, what would I predict is going to be the rest of the season for us? Now, so that meant we have 40 games left in the championship. So 40 games left in the championship. And I thought to myself, well, I think we can get 15 wins. I think we can get 15 draws, and I think we'll get 10 losses, And so I put then 15 wins, 15 draws, 10 losses. Hey, Paul, how you going? And Andrew, I'll get your comment in a second there, Andrew. So basically, at that point in time, we were on 7 points. Now, 7 points, 15 wins, 15 draws, and 10 losses. That gives us 55 more points, which puts us on a season of 62 points, which doesn't get us into the playoffs and definitely keeps us well clear of relegation. That was my thoughts. We've then, since I made that prediction, I didn't put it out there for public consumption, but I thought, whatever, I'll put it out there today and let you all guys all know what I thought. Now, we've just had 3 of those 15 draws already. So now, for the rest of the season, if my prediction is correct, we're going to have 15 wins, 12 draws, and 10 losses for the rest of the season. So, yeah, love to know what you guys all think of that. Just a random sort of thought I had, and I thought I might share that all with you. Andrew C., I think we all agree that Sheffield Wednesday will be relegated. Having said that, however, I think they have been playing quality football, which is amazing considering their owner is trash. Couldn't agree with you more, Andrew. It is. So feel free, guys, throw in any questions you want in here. I'll answer anything you like this morning. It's a bit of a cruisy one because we're on international break. So, we have the opportunity to sort of just have a bit of a random chat about anything today. So I've already given you the update on the footy tipping table. So, yeah. Hey, Hip Karma, good to see you on a work break. Good for you. I'm actually about to get into my day, so it's going to be a big one for me. But, yeah, good to see you there. So I just think that, Sheffield Wednesday definitely going to get relegated, in my opinion. I'd agree with you there, Andrew C. Only on 6 points. But obviously the surprise of the season really so far has to be Sheffield United. I mean, Coventry normally don't start that great to the season, but they've started great this season. Quality teams. I'm not surprised to see them at the top of the table or somewhere near the top. Middlesbrough as well. Same thoughts for me. Sheffield United, definitely did not expect to see them at the bottom of the table. 9 games, 1 win, and 8 losses. Haven't even had a draw. They've had 8 losses. So to sit on 3 points. Now, if this continues for 4 or 5 more games, it's panic stations for Sheffield Wednesday. Now, they've got Wilder back. I mean, hopefully he can right the ship. So we'll see. Do you think that both Sheffields will be relegated? Regulators, mount up. There you go. You bit of the Young Guns reference there, Andrew. See, relegated. Do I think they'll both be relegated? I do think Sheffield Wednesday will be relegated, just with all the troubles they've got internally. That just cannot be good for them. You know, I admire what their players are doing on the pitch. I think they're doing a great job under the circumstances. Sheffield United's quality enough to play their way out of this. You got to remember that. I mean, technically at the moment, they're was that on purpose, Andrew, or did you just make another mistake? If it was on purpose, I like the humour. But yeah, it's Sheffield United technically is only 4 points from getting out of the relegation zone right now. Yeah. So yeah. No. So okay. Take a minute to check your spelling, Andrew. Back to primary school for you at this rate. Well, that's what they call it in Australia. What do they call it in America? I can't remember. Elementary school? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we're back into it. So yeah, I tipped 15, 15, and 10. 15 wins, 15 draws, 10 losses. 3 games into that run, we're currently 3 draws. Love it, Andrew. Love it. So yeah. So if you've got any other random questions, I mean, other teams that I think are going to struggle. Norwich is definitely going to struggle, in my opinion. Derby County is going to struggle. Blackburn. So Oxford United also going to struggle. All these teams that are sort of below us now. Norwich, Derby, Blackburn, Oxford, Sheffield Wednesday, and Sheffield United. The 2 teams that I think could play their way past us, to be honest, could be Sheffield United and Blackburn Rovers. But will they do it? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, and I think we're going to move up the table as well. Also surprised to see Southampton down there with us on 11. Where do we think Charlton ends up? That's a great question, Chris. I mean, they obviously came up through the playoffs last season with ourselves and Birmingham. Currently sitting in 13th place there on... I'll bring the table back up so everyone can see it. Yeah, currently sitting in 13th place there on... oh, that's going to bring that up, is it? Yeah, it is. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that, guys. I'll take that back. So, yeah, currently sitting on 13th place, 12 points, 3 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws. I think Charlton going to end up about where we are now, 18th, is my guess. Hats off to Nathan Jones. Got them off to a great start of the season, got them sitting mid-table. But it's early days. There's a long way to go. Who knows? You know, I mean, time will tell. There's just so much to unfold here. Once we come out of this international break, you know, and we get into the next round of matches, which are not this weekend, but next weekend. So, yeah, not far away, really. Love it. Yeah, Paul, that blue and white kit is really, really nice. They're all nice kits, actually. But I think the blue and white one's my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, and I think we need to wear, like, we're not wearing the third kit or the away kit. Hey, Esteban, good to see you too. So obviously when we come back, we are playing Stoke from memory. We are away to Stoke. So a tough match. When you look at where Stoke is on the ladder, all the way up in 5th place, have 4 wins, 3 draws, and only 2 losses with a +5 goal difference. But what I will say about our squad, we've shown that we can go toe-to-toe with anybody. So there's going to be lots of tough matches. We're going to have to take our opportunities. We've sort of let some opportunities slip, and it's cost us points. But the same can be said for all sides. So, you know, you've got to sort of take that with the grain of salt or the tablespoon of salt, however you want to take it. But, yeah, so, I mean, coming out of it, yeah, we're playing Stoke away. Charlton, so let's stay on the Charlton comment here. Charlton are at home to Sheffield Wednesday. So every possibility they can come out of this international break, take a win, jump to 15 points, and move themselves up the ladder. You know, when I look at our next run of games, so let's just go our next 3. Let's just have a look at the next three. We're obviously away to Stoke, and then having a look here, home to Oxford United, away to Middlesbrough. So, yeah, Esteban, I'm the same as you. I wish we'd wear the away kit or the third kit from time to time. They're obviously plenty different enough in colour, all these kits, that no matter what the home team is when we're away, so for instance, Stoke with the red and white stripes, we could easily wear the green and yellow kit. Now, then at home, I get wearing the home kit. Away to Middlesbrough, red kit, we could easily wear the green and yellow kit. We could easily wear the green and yellow kit, so for the next two away games. So, yeah, Andrew C. Okay. Here we go. I think an overlooked team in the championship is Swansea City. Every time I watch them, I am left impressed. They might surprise and get into the playoffs. Interesting. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, Swansea sitting in 12th, tied with Charlton on 12 points. Very congested there in the middle of the pack, obviously, 3, 3, and 3. Scored 10, conceded 10. So, when you look at that, we're scored 14, conceded 15. So they're playing a tighter brand of football. Yeah, so interesting. That tighter brand of football can lead to those 1-0 results, obviously. 1-1 draws, 0-0 draws, which is, tense, stressful football, but you can't complain about it. I just think we have a big room for improvement. Chris, I don't know anything about the new player in the women's side, Evie Sadler. I don't. Coventry just scoring for fun now. I'm not looking forward to that match. Yeah, Esteban. Coventry have just come out and just are playing like kids with no fear and having a crack. And I'm just really impressed by the way they're playing at the moment. Very happy with what they're doing. I think it's really, really good. So, yeah, the other thing is I do see that, was it Watford have let their manager go from memory, which is not great for them. And I think it was Watford. I'll have to go back and check my let's have a look. Yeah, it was Watford that let their manager go. Yeah, Coventry is scary good. So it is interesting times here. Obviously, unbelievable now. What's that? So we've had Sheffield United, Watford. Are they the only two so far this season? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, whether they're the only two sacks for the season so far in the championship. Yeah. So it's just really interesting to watch that. So coming up, so I just think that there's going to be rough times ahead. There's going to be an adjustment for Watford. They're sitting on 12 points in 11th spot. Yeah, Nick, 7 points would be good. 2 draws and a win. I would take that. Draw both our away games and win at home to Oxford would be pretty good. Before we come up on the 29th of October in the Carabao Cup against Cardiff City. So, yeah, that'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. Welsh derby, a big chance for a team to go deep into Carabao Cup. Some people will argue they don't want to. Ironically, the downside to that is, as I look at the calendar here now, 2 days after that, or 3 days after that, 3 days after that, we're at home to Coventry. So we've got the 19th. Well, this is Australian dates, people, so might be out by a day for where you are. 19th of October, Stoke. 23rd of October, Oxford United. 26th, so 4 days, 3 days, 3 days. So Middlesbrough in 26th, 29th, home to Cardiff City, and then another 3 days, home to Coventry. So that is literally, 11, 12 days roughly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in 12 days. Yeah, 5 games in 12 days. Call it 13 days. That is a lot of football. We have to come out of, we have to be. This is where, in my opinion, people, we need to be So 23rd of October is home to Oxford United. Now, Esteban, I was just saying, I'm Australia, so maybe a day ahead, maybe the 22nd for you. So just check the dates. Like for me, it's the 23rd, but I'm living in the future, remember? So yeah, but 5 games in 13 days. This is where it's really important to get that squad rotation going. Keep these players fresh. Andrew C., that's totally fine to say that you don't like Middlesbrough that much because you're a Wrexham fan. That's totally allowed. Just like it's totally fine for a Middlesbrough fan to say, don't like Wrexham. But yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I do love the fact that, fans are allowed to fan. Josh is a fan. I'll tell you what, people should give Josh a lot of credit for the watch-along. Watch-alongs are probably the hardest show that we do. And then he's living in that moment. Plus, he's got that fiery Italian blood running through his veins. So he does get very passionate. Yeah. And early on, Josh and I did have a couple of heated discussions in off chat. And then he settles down. He comes back and he apologizes and says, Ken, you were right. And I can say that now because I'm on the show by myself. So, yeah. Frozen? Am I frozen, Andrew? It must be your computer because I seem to be fine here. But anyway, so guys, it was just a quick one today. Thought I'd get everybody up to speed with where we were in the footy tips. If anyone's got any more questions, I can go for a few more minutes. But to be honest, we'll make this one a short one today, probably just a half-hour show. So probably go for about another 8 minutes or so. Well, there we go. I am always right. From the horse's mouth himself. And nice. Oh, your birthday on the 22nd. Happy birthday, Esteban, for you on the 22nd when we get to play Oxford. And then I do notice this. Paul, I keep ducking when Josh starts throwing things. Yeah, he's got to remove all the heavy objects from around the computer. He's just got to have soft, fluffy toys because otherwise it could get very expensive. So, yeah, could get very expensive for him. But no, so, I mean, look, it is a really tough thing for Josh to do a watch along. Like, I think he's got commentary going in one ear, watching comments, watching the game. Like, there's a lot going on. Like right here, right now, like I've got screens up for the footy, the championship table, but really all I've got to look at is the comments and have my say. And I can say whatever I want. So, yeah. Josh is a great listener for a watch along. Yes, he is, Andrew. Yeah, he's very passionate. And it does, it elevates the experience, in my opinion. It elevates the experience of watching football. So, and I think that's a really good thing. So, yeah. But when I look at this, and I'm just going to do a quick count now. I'm just going to do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 games left for the end of the year, till the end of the year. So that's how quick, and we're now in, it's 9th of October, 8th of October for most of you, but 15 games left from now through till December. So literally that is that doesn't include any Carabao Cup matches. So we've definitely got 16 games between now and, so if you said that's roughly 7 games a month. So it's basically 2 games a week nearly. So it is going to be tough. And rotation needs to happen. Now, Esteban, you are 100% right. We need to clip up a danger compilation. I would love to see that. I reckon we could probably get an hour long over the years that Josh has been doing the watch-alongs, and it would be well worth the price of it, price of admission, in my opinion. But yeah, so look, we're into it. We're into the season. We're in 18th spot. We're only on 10 points. So we're only averaging 1.1 points per game at the moment. We've got to get that to about 1.5 points, in my opinion, that's where I think we'll end up, averaging about 1.5 points a game. I tipped 15, and 10. So 15 wins, 15 draws, and 10 losses for the season after round 6. So, and we've currently had 3 draws. There we go. Next to Mark Griffiths, Josh is the best watch along around. Yeah, Mark Griffiths is very good. People, could you imagine a watch along with Mark Griffiths and Josh doing it together? Now, you would have the slight enthusiasm. Mark's very measured and good, and he gets excited at the right times, versus the emotion of Josh Anthony. And I think that would be pretty hilarious. Yeah. Do the danger for Josh's birthday. Actually, I think Josh's birthday's coming up, guys. I forget when it is. He did mention it the other day. And like a good friend, I've already forgotten. So anyway, yeah, but very exciting. So it was just a short one today. I'm very excited for what's coming in the season. The Championship is the best league to watch, in my opinion. It is tough. It is brutal. It can chew you up and spit you out. It can make a hero of you. There is so much more to come. But yeah, so just a quick one, only a quick short one today. If you haven't, hit the like, subscribe. Obviously, we've probably got all the fans in here now, but hit the like button for me, guys. People will probably come back and watch this later. Enjoy the show. Yeah, so we had one during the preseason, Ken, while you were out gallivanting. Friday, Josh Anthony, Friday show with me and Ken. Yeah, Josh and I got to catch up. We haven't done a show together for a while, and we did chat about this the other day. So, guys, get ready. We will be having a bit of a catch up. I thought I'd just give some general musings today of how I felt. And do you mean you had a danger compilation? Is that what you're talking about, Esteban? You know, I'm not sure. And Andrew, you're very welcome. Happy to do it. Love being involved. Love helping out, you know, helping Josh with the channel. It's just, you know, it's exciting to watch Wrexham on this journey and watching them go from where they were in the National League. And I was back watching them then all the way through till now. It's really exciting. I'm really hopeful of a mid-season table finish for me roughly this season and a real good crack at it next year. That's me. That's right. Mark did join us during the preseason. Yes. Yeah. And apparently, yeah, well, not apparently, he does a great job, but I was going to say, you know, we might have to do something about a contract there with Mark, but it's good to see him still doing the watch alongs. You know, he has Mia on with him, and that's fantastic, which is great to see. But guys, look, it's been a good show today. I'm going to jump out. It was a pleasure having a chat to you. I hope you all enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of the international break. I know Josh is covering the Wales-England game, so get ready for that watch along. I think that game's tomorrow from memory, or it's the next day at the latest. I think it's tomorrow, though. And then Josh and I'll do a show on Friday. Quick catch up and see if any of the other boys are around. But anyway, we'll check on that. And then before you know it, we're in the lead up then to coming back into the championship. So, guys, look, it's been a pleasure. Thanks, everybody, coming in and your comments. And on that bombshell, we will see you all again soon.